very moist weather along the west coast, but most predominantly in the Bay Area, San Francisco, and Central Valley, California. For Saturday morning, plenty of humidity throughout the Gulf Coast states, the southeast, all the way up to the coastal part of New England. A little bit of moisture still left over in central coastal California. Going into, let's say much of the south, just east of Texas. Plenty of moisture to go around. As you can see, folks, plenty of moisture throughout the west coast. As a result of the atmospheric rivers, about dry air, and cold air as well. Very, very cold air, folks, in the Rockies, and as well as the northern plains, upper Mississippi Valley, parts of the northern part of the Great Lakes region, too. Now, what about those for Sunday morning? Sunday morning, plenty of heavily concentrated humidity all throughout the Gulf, as well as parts of the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, all the way up to New York City. There's less moisture along the west coast, though. But let's take a look for Sunday night. Sunday night, there is a lot of humidity heavily concentrated along the east coast, folks. This could mean a storm is getting strong on Sunday. And also, humidity starts creeping up along the west coast, bringing in more moisture, more wet weather. Now let's take a look using the Cape to see where is the convection. Tomorrow morning there's going to be plenty of convection throughout parts of Florida, and as well as parts of the central Gulf. A slight amount of humidity throughout the northwestern part of the country, as well as central Mississippi Valley, southern plains, and even slight bit in the northern plains. Now, what about for tomorrow night? A lot of Cape, a lot of convection all across the south, except for the Carolinas, though. But plenty of convection starts becoming more heavily concentrated throughout the Ohio Valley. So you can see a slight bit of convection in the northwestern part of the country, as well as the upper Mississippi Valley, Great Lakes region, and tiny parts in the coastal part of New England. Let's take a look for Saturday morning. Saturday morning, there's plenty of convection to go around throughout the southeast, Florida, and the rest of the Gulf Coast. And just a tiny bit of convection in the northeast, Great Lakes region, and the northern plains, and as well as parts of the Rockies will get a slight bit of convection. For Saturday night, there is a lot of convection all across the south, as you can see. And what about the rest of the East Coast? Plenty of slight bit of convection, as well as the Midwest. And let's take a look in the for Sunday morning, I should say. Plenty of convection along the Gulf Coast. Slight bit of convection throughout anywhere east of the Mississippi, plus Missouri. And although there's going to be a slight amount of convection in the Great Lakes region. Now, hold on a minute. All right. And finally, what about for Sunday night? Sunday night, a lot of convection all across the East Coast, but only limited to those just south of New Jersey. Slight convection throughout the Great Lakes region, the Ohio Valley, all the way down to Alabama and Mississippi. And then I'm going to go here for snowfall totals, in which case we are going here just to talk about any rainfall, any precipitation whatsoever throughout the country, plus thunderstorms. Oh, and also talk about wind. Oh yeah, and in case you guys haven't noticed, there are wind barbs. Let's move into the overnight hours into Friday morning, where all that wet weather from the Pacific Northwest will move slightly eastward into the northern Rockies, producing more of the Valley Rains mountain snow in places like northern Idaho, western Montana. There's still plenty of coastal Valley Rains mountain snow in the Pacific Northwest all the way to northern California. Some showers will occur throughout South Florida, the lower Mississippi Valley. Plenty of wet weather in the Midwest in places like Chicago, Indianapolis, parts of St. Louis, Detroit, and as well as Sault Ste. Marie, though there could be a chance of rain mixed in with snow. Northern end of Minnesota, there could be some freezing rain, wet snow or rain with snow as well, and as well as northern North Dakota, and in the southeastern part of North Dakota, northeast South Dakota, and western Minnesota, there's also going to be rain as well. Then we move forward, going into the afternoon hours, where all that rain starts moving eastward by 7 p.m. and 24 hours from then. It'll be raining from places like New Orleans all the way up to Burlington, Vermont, right along the western side of the Appalachian Mountains. Plenty of rain, but just some chances of snow will be there in western Maine and northern New Hampshire. Let's not forget about those in the Pacific Northwest still dealing with some coastal Valley Rains mountain snow there, and as well as the parts of the northern Rockies. And let's not forget, also, there's going to be some rain mixed in with snow in some areas in western North Dakota and northern Wyoming. Now moving forward into the overnight hours and into Saturday morning, where all that rain starts moving towards the East Coast, bringing in some showers from Maine all the way down to Florida, but no snow. That'll be moving up north towards Canada, but however, it's a different story for those in the northern plains, with snow will occurring in places like North Dakota, eastern Montana, western Minnesota. Some rain could get mixed in with some snow. Otherwise, in places like western Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, and parts of eastern South Dakota, there will be rain as well as some spotty showers in parts of the Great Lakes region. Maybe a few chances of rain mixed in with some snow mixed in with some rain. Then we move into the afternoon and into the evening hours of Saturday night, in which case all that rain will occur, showers will occur throughout places like Florida, plenty of rains in the middle Mississippi Valley, but there could be some rain mixed in with some snow in eastern and southern Wisconsin, as well as upper Michigan, and also some snow in the Dakotas and Minnesota, most notably in South Dakota, and as well as Wyoming, Montana, and a little bit of snow in North Dakota as well. Then we move forward. Still plenty of rains in Florida, though, if you guys haven't really seen. Going into the overnight hours into Sunday morning, in which all that precipitation starts moving east, spreading throughout the rest of the Great Lakes region, bringing in more rain and even more snow in that region. But there could be some rain mixed in with snow in parts of the Great Lakes region, but in the southern part of that region, spreading all the way towards upstate New York, in places like Buffalo, all the way to Albany, there's going to be rain towards Cleveland, Indianapolis, parts of Chicago, and Missouri. There's going to be rain. Northwestern Missouri and Iowa, they're going to get some rain and maybe even some wet snow. And in the south, there's going to be some rain as well, most notably in the Gulf, the southeast. It's quite dry in the Pacific Northwest, though. Keep that in mind. But finally going into Sunday night, in which case there will be plenty of rain to go around along the East Coast, but some places like the northern part of New England, they're going to get some freezing rain, sleet, or even rain mixed in with some snow. And there's also going to be rain with snow or wet snow in northern Indiana, Chicago, parts of Michigan. There could be... Hold on a minute. There could be some snow in places like upper Michigan, Wisconsin, and the rest of the upper Mississippi Valley. But plenty of rain, if I haven't mentioned already, in parts in the southeastern part of the U.S., the Ohio Valley. But the Pacific Northwest, atmospheric rivers are on the way. Going into Monday next week. Okay, now, one more thing before we can do the 3-day snowfall accumulation, the part that we've already done for the 24 hours, but we'll do that for the 72 hours. Now, let's go here and see where the thunderstorms are for the next 3 days. Thunderstorms will occur in places like the mid-Mississippi Valley, in Iowa, Illinois, and Missouri going into the early morning hours tomorrow. But some thunderstorms are going to brew throughout the southeast, and there's going to be a lot of winds in Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, West Virginia, Georgia, going into the overnight hours of pre-dawn Saturday morning, and then by Saturday morning, thunderstorms will fade in the southeast, but they'll pop up again in Florida in the afternoon of Saturday, and then it'll fade away, but just a slight bit in Illinois in the right around midnight before Sunday morning. Well, by Sunday morning, thunderstorms are brewing along the Gulf, though, and in the mid-Atlantic states. Then going into Sunday evening through Sunday afternoon, thunderstorms may occur throughout parts of the East Coast, but mostly in the mid-Atlantic and the Carolinas and Georgia, too. Now, have I missed anything? Have I missed the Pacific Northwest? Just a slight bit amount, but not enough to suggest that, oh, there are some thunderstorms that I miss. But not really, folks, not really. Not enough energy, not enough of convection for any thunderstorms to occur. Okay, and now, finally, let's move on to talk about any snowfall. Now, in the next 72 hours, where's the snow? Okay, there could be as much as of up to 3 inches of snow in some places in the Adirondacks and northern Vermont and northern Maine. Could be as much as up to 6 inches of snow. Then in Michigan, there's a lot of snow, just up to a foot of snow from places like South Haven, Michigan, all the way to Brockaway, Michigan, and Flint is going to be hard hit, and Lansing too. Detroit, however, is only going to get a little bit of snow. The upper part of Michigan, up to 6 inches of snow, as well as southern Wisconsin. That includes Madison, but Milwaukee will only get about an inch. Chicago up to an inch as well, but the rest of northern Illinois up to 6 inches of snow, or a little past that in some areas. Iowa, much of Iowa, they could get as much as about up to 8 inches of snow. Eastern South Dakota up to 3 inches of snow, and central North Dakota about up to 8 inches of snow, but just northwest of Minot, North Dakota. Then we go into Colorado, about up to 8 inches of snow just northwest of Denver.